and I thought I'd do something a little different. But first off, I want to say to everyone Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you had a wonderful time with your sweethearts, and if you're by yourself, I hope you treated yourself, because you too need to be loved. So, what I'm going to do these next few streams is show games that I enjoyed and explain why I have enjoyed them. Now, I decided to start with Neo, as it goes straight to the beginning cutscene since I took a little too long. Neo is a game that I I played a while ago and I enjoyed it. I have not played Neo 2, but I will begin to that one at some point. So several reasons why I like this game, and I will go through it as I play as well within maybe this half hour. But to start off, it has a pretty good story, roughly based on history with minor details really not coinciding with history, but it does show a lot of lore and folklore that is within Japanese culture and a little bit of English culture too. So first off, I really do enjoy this story, especially how it's based off of real life events. William was actually a person who went over to Japan at some point and did become a samurai. Now, granted, this has a lot of fiction in it, a lot of magic, and that is an aspect that I enjoy. I enjoy fantasy based stuff, if you have not noticed by now. To me, this allows for a different aspect to be seen in a game. You can do a lot of different mechanics in a game that replicate real life, but sometimes you just want to be that overpowered hero. Now, I'll probably skip this intro here in just a moment so we can continue on. But just how things incorporate together is a great flow. Never mind, that was actually intro. It has been a long time since I've played this game. Now, as we begin, another thing that has been enjoyable is actually the gameplay. Very different than Dark Souls, but similar as well, as it is a Souls-like game. But it's not comparable to Dark Souls since it is its own game as well, with its own mechanics that probably confused a lot of people when it came out, because they were expecting another Souls-like game that had similar mechanics, but that's not the case in this game. Like, one big difference is in Dark Souls, circle on PS4 was dodge. In this one, it's X. Now, as you see, also the attacks are a little different. It's not R1, R2, but square and triangle. Of course, this does cause for some debate on how what mechanic is better, but that does come down to personal preference. When I started enjoying this game, it didn't matter what mechanic I used. And so it really helped that for me it was an immersive game. Now also the gestures here, I thought it was interesting, not something I fully liked, but they came into play later with secret passages and so on. So now that I'm here in the equipment, how about I actually explain that I do like a 2-weapon system. 2 melees, 2 range. Me undies and me boots. But I loved how it gave you 2 ranges and 2 melees, which allowed you to have a variety of different weapons if you decided to use them. My first run was actually a hammer bro run. Probably not the easiest way to go. But it was certainly a fun way to go. I haven't quite decided what type of run I should do for this one. But I could stick with sword or spear and see how that goes. Now the enemies are fairly unique in this game. Throughout the game, I would say. One thing I did have a little trouble is towards the end, you kind of had some enemies start replicating one another. Or being a duplicate. Same moveset, just stronger. But that also means if you get hit, it does suck. Doesn't help that I know how to get my butt whooped, as you could tell with Quelaag. Those who missed the last session, I tried to fight Quelaag several times and I did not succeed. But it was a fun run. I gotta try something new, especially for a one-on-one. Normally when I pause like this, it's normally because I'm in thought. It it does take me a little bit to think, and I know some people might not like that, but I, I try. Oh, look, he has a spear. Alrighty. Now each level is fairly linear in what you have to do. I do like that and I don't like that. It just depends on the day for me. But I don't view it a problem. Some days I like an open world. And other days, it's kind of fun going on a path that is simple and you don't have to worry to explore too much. And there we go. It's definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to since it's been so long. Probably one of the last things I'll talk about is the artwork. Now, I can't remember when this game came out, but the art work or the how it looks actually isn't terrible. Now, granted, it probably doesn't hold up to some of our more 3D-ish looking games. Like, we could make mention of Call of Duty, Final Fantasy, but someone put a lot of effort into this, and you can tell. And you're able to tell they decided to put effort in. Like, you can see the cobble or the bricks that are here. Not all of them are individual, most of them are, but that's fairly close to probably what it was back then. So they definitely put a lot of effort into trying to make this not realistic, but immersive. And that is something I do try to find in a game, is one that does try to include your character a little bit more, help you feel included, help you feel like you are the protagonist. It does get hard. Especially when you have people's expectations to meet. I'm definitely more lenient on games. I'm not a critic, but I definitely think this game is one worth sharing with. Sharing if it's one you enjoy. You can do it co-op, though you have to get past not this boss that's coming up, but the one after it. And so if you enjoy co-op, just know you can co-op this game too. Adds a different spice to it. Oh boy. Yep, there's knights over there. And that's how I did my first playthrough. My first playthrough, I co-opted with my brother and we decided to be Hammer Bros. Now for me, that was a lot of fun. He loves games a little bit more than I do. And introduced me to many of the games that I play today. The other person who I'll give a shout out to is my good friend Devin. He has also shown me several games that I enjoy even to this day. And between the two, they probably have shown my whole variety of games. So if there's a game you think that I'd probably be interested in trying, that I might like, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll take a look. One game I will be trying soon is Code Vein. Of course, there's mixed reviews, but I'm willing to try something new. Oh, dead end. Kind of makes you wonder why there's a dead end. Oh, beefy. Just remember, no game has to be perfect. If the game was perfect, we wouldn't love it for its flaws too. Oh, that's the boss. I wonder if there's anything else the other way. Here, I'll just kiss the wall. Wall's like love, right? Alrighty. Let's go take on this boss. It'll probably... This is where I'll leave off for the end of this game. I'll pick it up and finish it. I still need to finish most of it. The final level is hard. You can do everything and still have difficulties with the last level. So the boss fights actually are not excruciating in any way. I thought I'd be able to kind of run through and get to the boss that after you defeat it, you can co-op with people. But I'll have to get that to another time, because I feel like that truly shows how bosses work in this game. They're meant to be hard, they're meant to be challenging. You're supposed to feel that you can beat it, but also you have to work for it. And I feel like that is a wonderful aspect. Your victory is just not given to you. You do have to earn it. There are several things I did not make mention as well, like weapons and armor, how leveling them up, or more of getting better armor. And you have to pay attention to the leveling of the armor. And that is a big key in this game. So there's a lot of aspects of this game that you could like and dislike, but overall, if you're looking for a good story-filled, challenging game, I'd recommend Nioh. You can stay immersed in it, you can set it up how you want. Just know when you're doing your first playthrough, certain weapons will be easier to use than others. Like I did hammers and axes. That is actually one of the more challenging runs to do for your first time. I don't necessarily recommend that, but I had a lot of fun doing it. Be sure to enjoy whatever game you play and find what you like about it. This is the first game in a series that I'm doing. If you have a suggestion of something I should play, let me know. I'll play it, and I'll do another thing that I enjoy of games that I enjoy. I'll probably end right here. Thank you guys for watching. I'm glad you guys were able to tune in. Hope you enjoy. And also were able to, if you've played Neo, I hope you've liked some of the same things. But if you don't, tell me what you like and tell me what you don't like about the game. It has a lot of aspects with a lot of different opinions people have. So feel free to comment as you wish. And be sure to set sail toward your dreams. Alright, folks. Remember to praise the sun. I will see you guys next week. See ya.